Ladies and gentlemen, Owens kick-off time. Please welcome tonight's visitors, Munster.
Good evening and welcome to the English language commentary on BBC Alba. What a cracking match we have in prospect for you. Munster are the visitors and a comfortable 43-point win against Treviso last week. 6 changes. Returning international Peter Mulmahony comes back to captain the side, with Tommy O'Donnell in line to make his 100th appearance in the Pro 12. 4 personal changes in the pack. Most importantly, Niall Scannell returning at hooker. So there is Peter O'Mahony. Ireland had such a good autumn international series, and they'll be looking to kick on here, the leaders in the Pro 12. It's a big night for Glasgow. They've got the returning international players after what was, well, a lacklustre or poor performance at home last weekend against the Ospreys. The Welsh side certainly had the advantage, but Glasgow will welcome back 8 of their Scotland internationals tonight, and it is an important night for Glasgow, currently sitting in 5th place. And the Glasgow Warriors take to the field to great acclaim. Rob Harley running through your picture there, Peter Murchie. Ryan Wilson leading the side out. So the changes for Glasgow, well, Fraser Brown, Rob Harley, Ryan Wilson, Mark Bennett, Peter Horn, Roddy Hughes, Ali Price and Tommy Seymour are the 8 returning international players. It's a strong looking side, not the strongest Glasgow have, obviously. Still some players to come back, but it's a pretty good opening 15. A couple of changes in terms of announcements from yesterday in terms of numbers for Glasgow, but the benches remain the same. Glasgow have used 49 players this season. Kenneth Talley would be the 50th should he come off the bench this evening. The scrum half is expected to come on. It's never a dull night when Nigel Owens is around, assisted by Daniels and McClant. John Masson from the Welsh Rugby Union is the TMO. So Munster in the red. Get ready to get things underway with a packed Scotstoun, anticipating a big night of rugby. It's the Glasgow Warriors, it's Munster, and it's live here on BBC Alba. So they've gone to the countdown, which seemed to be a tad delayed. And once we've got the countdown, we will be able to get the game underway. Standing there, waiting, is the talented Ian Keatley. And underway at Scotstoun. Glasgow immediately take into contact. Ryan Wilson. Ali Price. Price sends it long, it's fumbled. Come back on the Glasgow side. Advantage to Glasgow. What a clean pass. Ali Price driving on. Advantage is called over. Ryan Wilson already having a good game. And involved in almost all the action. Gordon Reid trying to drive on. Ali Price thought Munster were offside. Referee is happy.
We're back.
Price drops it deep. Pass comes out from Horn.
Watch how quickly the red jerseys of Munster were up there, but that's a tremendous drive there by Josh Strauss, up and over the halfway line.
Strauss getting great support from Swinson. The maul is called.
Scrum down.
And Caputo will go Munster's way because Glasgow took the ball in and couldn't get it out.
Yeah, the only challenge was it stayed above deck, didn't it? But the pressure that came on, that line speed from Munster, very, very obvious. Strauss was carrying, but look at the Munster choke tackle here. They're holding Strauss up there, the way they get round the ball. Peter O'Mahony back in the team to lead his team. Outstanding there from the back row forward. And Munster have got a great ball there on that halfway line.
Josh Strauss backing down. Flanker tonight. Ryan Wilson is in at 8. Chris Fusaro is on the other side. Front rows Gordon Reid, Fraser Brown, Sia Puafisi, himself is involved in international action. His Tonga beat Italy.
Why are you coming back at?
Well,
Why are you coming back at? There's nothing wrong with the space and everything's fine.
you'll get away with very little with Nigel Owens in the middle. I actually felt sorry for Puafisi there. I thought he reckoned that Munster had gone early, so he stood up. The front row of Dave Kilcoyne, Niall Scannell and John Ryan.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. Get it in.
Duncan Williams could have been done there for delaying put in. The referee might not be so lenient again. Got a ball clipped down the side. The microphone takes a bit of a hammering, and collapsing onto the ball is Peter Horn. Scott Hastings is alongside me. Big test for Glasgow tonight, especially after the way they played last weekend.
Yeah, it's not the best game in their locker against the Ospreys, and just outplayed in every facet of the game. Really good to be back here on a Friday night here at Scotstoun, because the atmosphere, it certainly rocks. It's sold out this game, and not surprising against the league leaders Munster.
Andrew Conway onto Darren Sweetenham. Sweetenham with the offload. Glasgow in there quickly, and it's well won by Munster, taken on by John Ryan. Williams, quick ball.
Advantage blue, red.
Advantage red, there was a knock on. The advantage was called over, and Glasgow will tidy up. And that's good kick. It's into where the space was vacated, and Ronan O'Mahony has to go back. Gets a good right boot on the ball, but in terms of territory, Scott, Glasgow will be happy with that.
Yeah, Peter Horn will be happy with that. He just noted the space was all there, that Munster had counter-attacked pretty well there, but there was space in behind, and it was a hefty boot, wasn't it, to give some territory down there. You often find that Glasgow, they're so keen to attack, of course, missing the X-Factor stars such as Stuart Hogg, that sometimes they would have a go, but I'm a great believer in you've got to mix your game up.
So the first throw for Fraser Brown. Brown puts it in, it's slightly disrupted, comes back to Brown, held by Williams, the scrum half. Also Peter O'Mahony. Puafisi was driven backwards there. Strauss stands guard. Through the hands of Horn. Into the air with a kick. Murchie trying to get underneath it. Ball went backwards. Glasgow trying to get back on side. That's good, clear out by Munster. Williams sends the ball across to Tommy O'Donnell.
Move! Stay out, stay.
Williams has been held in. Hartley's been pushed away, but he's holding in the scrum half, who now steps out. Glasgow were in very quickly. That's well taken. And Rory Hughes, there's a little run. Ran into his own man, it's accidental offside.
Okay.
Plays continuing, Duncan Williams is trying to get the ball. Glasgow are over very quickly indeed. You just see there Gordon Reid standing in there. Peter Horn is shaking eyes with referee Nigel Owens, who was unconcerned. A little fracas breaking out. You'll have a word.
Is there? I don't think there is there? So can we leave it there, please? Accidental offside, lads. Scrum down, red ball.
I think the players actually quite like Nigel Owens to referee their games as well. He's got a good feel for the game.
I mean, you could argue there, Scott, I mean, for any referees that are watching, if you've been taught, you know, there's players about 10, 15 yards away from him, he never even went near them. You know, other referees, you would run round, you'd check, make sure nothing bad was happening, but his experience tells him, no, it's just handbags, he'll step back, he knows his assistant referee is in good place should anything untoward happen, and he just lets the players, it fizzles out.
No, you're absolutely right. So big scrum here for Glasgow. It'll be interesting looking at Munster. Of course, I made reference at the top of the programme about but Glasgow went over there and played in the Champions Cup in the game that was full of emotion in Thomond Park, on the sad passing of Anthony Foley. It was a game they were probably never going to win. But this is Glasgow's opportunity on their home ground to really knuckle down to some hard work here. It'll be a tough game because The league leaders are certainly performing well.
Duncan Williams has taken his time again. That's the second time
Keep it up.
that he's taken out of the scrum half. Out it comes through the hands of Rory Scannell. Scannell taken to ground by Price. Price rolls away. Out very quickly through Keatley. The left winger there is Ronan O'Mahony. Glasgow in quickly. Not enough to deny the red machine of Munster. Williams again. Scannell making the run is Jack O'Donoghue.
Lost now.
Keatley just trying to drop it off onto Sweetenham. Good possession. Driving down the shoulder there, Billy Holland.
Lost.
Glasgow up quickly. Sweetenham tries to find some room, but no room for him to move. Keatley was well dealt with.
Stay, Glasgow. Come back.
Away
Come
by
back.
Peter
Come
Murchie.
back.
He's
Keep
not
moving.
found
Keep
touch.
moving.
And Munster can get things moving again. It's Sweetenham.
What? What was it?
Now the ball gets played forward again.
What's the free kick?
Out it comes, strong in the challenge. Tommy O'Donnell
Back you go.
in for Munster. Williams again through the hands of Keatley. Keatley gets it across. That's
Get
Holland
advantage.
being supported by Ryan. Advantages with Munster. Referee's not specified what for. As now Scannell
Going over.
knocks it on
Dancing in front of the kick.
in front of the kicker. It's a penalty to Munster.
Well, Nigel Owens did actually warn his players, stay
When
behind
you
from
kick,
Peter
everybody
Murchie's
in
kick.
front advance before they're put on
And
side.
as you can
Penalties
hear,
here.
that's exactly what happened.
No. Jordan backs.
Well, explained very clearly. And an early opportunity for 3 points. So Ian Keatley
Dan,
will get ready to take.
good call, but just give me the offence. Don't you tell me advantage, Munster or nothing. Just tell me black in front of kick or black offside, okay? If I don't hear the first time, just repeat that, okay? Once you start putting other names in the mix, I'm not quite sure what to say. Good work.
Should be fairly straightforward for Ian Keatley. 1,005 points in total. And it clicks up to 1,008.
What's happened there?
Here's where you can see the penalty. Murchie clears. Now look in the centre of your picture. We're just off camera here, but the players to the left of that picture had all encroached upon the space, and they've got to retire when that kick goes up.
So Glasgow have hardly been in Munster territory.
Nothing formed. Play on. Nothing was formed.
Glasgow having to defend was Gordon Reid through the hands of Scannell. Fullback joining in. Andrew Conway.
Play on.
Conway
play on,
lays
play
it back. Keatley. Goes a little clip kick. Glasgow getting back. Good hands. Ryan Wilson. And into Murchie, whose kick is best described as disappointing. Munster just having the upper hand at the moment, Scott.
Yeah, they've managed to hang on to the ball, and they're playing a little bit of territory, but obviously at full-back Peter Murchie on 2 occasions hasn't cleared long enough or well enough
Inside.
from deep. These are the fine margins, these are the subtle margins within the game, especially between the Warriors, who, as we know, are a championship winning team who should be up there near a top 4 place, and Munster undoubtedly with their pedigree as well, with Razzie and Rasmus in charge of their coaching outfit.
Former Springbok international.
Get out. Get out.
It's, I feel like Tim Swinson, who was being told to clear out there. The ball is at the back with now Scannell. Scannell, John Klein is the man in front of him. Now he does go to ground.
Advantage. Taking it down.
Glasgow took it down, and the penalty will come for Munster. This is a free play, so they'll try the little kick to the corner. Glasgow have to be careful here. It's dropped and a try. Andrew Conway.
Back off, Red.
And Nigel Owens was there to see it went backwards. Well, Ian Keatley gambled and it worked. The first try of the match for Andrew Conway.
Yeah, pinpoint accuracy from Ian Keatley. Nigel Owens doesn't have any hesitation to award that try. Murchie, often difficult for the static full-back to take that ball.
Definitely not back. Up you go.
Ryan Wilson asking for him to check with the TMO, but Nigel Owens working with his judge on that far side, absolutely convinced 100% it was a try. We can see it again here. There's Murchie. Look at him, he's back-troughing, so it's difficult for him to get enough leap on there.
Yeah, it's a try.
Referee's in great position, he's right along the line, indicated immediately it was backwards. And Andrew Conway goes over for the 16th time in 58 matches. And Ian Keatley has a chance to make it 10-0. The ball taken up, and there was the try awarded.
Yeah, Sweetman went up there. He's actually comes from a Gaelic Games background, so those skills are evident there to put Andrew Conway in for the try. The conversion, I can add, was successful, so Munster out into a 10-0 lead.
It's all going Munster's way so far. Glasgow will get a penalty, not releasing.
Number 4, in over the ball on his feet.
Really interesting decision here, isn't it? Ryan Wilson, does he go for the corner, gamble himself, or does he take the 3 points on option? And
well, take the points.
Yeah, Ali Price is, let's take the points. Let's no stupid things yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's early days. No point in panicking. 13 minutes played. You get a chance to get 3 points back on the board.
Yeah, but if you go out to the mall and you just stand there like this, you get in the way, you're going to get penalised. Get out of the quicker. No, yeah, but you left your bind go, then you can't regather then. Okay? Because you went through the middle at that stage, you were on the side of it. How's it going over you? You alright?
Peter Horn really maturing as a player. Had his chances in the autumn series. Interesting that there's a lot of debate, you know, is he a better 10, he's a better 12, and certainly what he is a ball player.
Well, a chance for Glasgow's first points of the evening. It's a lovely angle of the camera. The kick didn't do it justice.
Maybe to answer my own question, a second 5/8 in New Zealand terms. I'll explain that one later.
Please do.
Behind. Right, next, you take now, boys.
So Munster have started well. Sides met earlier in the season, the match that's got reference 38-17 it finished.
Backwards.
Glasgow trying to emerge, battling through. Good run, strong run from Rory Hughes. Fraser Brown. Harley in support. Price.
Let it go now.
Advantage.
Too slow.
Glasgow have the penalty if they want it.
Away, Red, back.
Who's going to let the advantage go for a moment or two more? Price through the hands of Horn. Scannell in there, he's holding up well. It's good play from Scannell. They'll come back for the penalty, and it's one that Glasgow will kick for the posts again.
Yeah, positive start, but the second row playing the ball on the ground. In fact, it was the hooker. It was Scannell.
Clear release and not rolling away.
Well, I was just about to explain, it wasn't a clear release from the tackle and he wasn't rolling away. That's what the penalty was for, but Mr. Owens explained it brilliantly for me.
Let's talk one thing out here now. I'm 60 minutes into the game, and no, listen please. And I've already had you coming up to me 3 times. If it continues, the conversation will end, okay? When there's a stoppage, a downtime like there is now, by all means. But I don't want you running up when I give a try and running up fast decisions all the time. It needs to end.
It's always interesting to listen in. Ryan Wilson is the captain, being told by Nigel Owens what he's expecting. Peter Horn strikes the kick through, and Glasgow are on the board.
Left to right, Jan. Oh, Petrie.
Edinburgh scored an opening try down at the Ospreys. They lead 5-3. Keep you up to date with the action from there. Taken by Horn. Strong into contact. Gordon Reid protecting. Glasgow drive on. Fisi. He sent sideways. Trying to clear out there is Billy Holland. Fisi.
Your hands out!
That was bad from Glasgow because the ball came through, but the hand was penalised. Glasgow try and take it quickly and drop it. The referee just takes a moment.
Your hands are in, national record form, slow all that down.
So Glasgow with a chance to clear the lines. Up just past halfway. And that's a decent kick. So there's been one try in the match now. Munster had the advantage, so Ian Keatley went for the kick. Sweden went up. And he basically beat Murchie all ends up, and it was well played by Andrew Conway, taking the chance.
Yeah, Sweetenham had a good chance. Look at this for a great conversion kick from Keatley as well to make it into and turn it into a 7-pointer. But no, he did well, didn't he, Sweetenham? He got up there high, delivered back into Conway.
Playing for the line out from Glasgow. For the first time we've seen the backs getting involved. It's a bad drop on the far side. It went backwards, it just came up.
No advantage, going forward, lads.
But, well, the referee indicated initially that it had gone backwards, and he got some help from his assistant referee on that far side.
Well, I think every winger knows what it's like to get a pass like that. He kind of more anticipated, didn't he? He just didn't let it come to him. He tried to judge it. But an accuracy of pass and from Bennett had to be delivered.
Let's keep doing what you do with the scrum. Get it in quicker. One side, I don't. Yeah, you tell me hurry up. Once I tap you, it goes in.
Yeah, I wondered when that would come from the referee, just to say you've got to move it a little bit quicker. The scrum half has been a bit slow.
Bind. Set. Hold. Keep it up. Be quiet and get in there.
Well, Ali Price was not happy with the put-in. I thought he had a point. Scannell comes forward for Munster. Williams the scrum half. Here it comes on to 13. Jacques Otot, South African. Picked up by Tommy O'Donnell. Ali Price keeps going. Price down the middle, taken by Conway. Conway then gets away from Price. There's room to run. That's going to have to bounce kindly for Glasgow, and it didn't. Good play from Munster, good scavenging. Out it comes from Dave Kilcoyne. Kilcoyne tries to play it out wide. Ronan O'Mahony goes in. That's messily into touch by Peter Horn. Ball just seemed to just skip across this 4G surface.
Yeah, when Peter Horn actually kicked that long relieving kick, it got a great topspin bounce on it. But it's a really, I've never played on an AstroTurf pitch. I've played on the sand in Dubai. I've played on a few quagmires in my time, but although I've got a bit of that turf in my back garden, it's more for lying on.
We'll need to get you doing a few side steps, and I'll come around and kick a few balls deep into the corner of the lawn, and we'll see how they react.
Leave his legs.
Munster have been reacting better in this match so far. The 9th regular season Pro 12 meeting under Gregor Townsend's tutelage. It's 4 apiece. And Glasgow will get the put in.
Yeah, plaudits for Ryan Wilson there. Tim Swinson back from international duty as well. So these are the experienced guys that must get this Glasgow Warriors pack firing, trying to eliminate some of these pick and drives that the Munster team have brought.
20 minutes of the match has gone already. Glasgow won the last 3 home meetings. These sides, including the 2014 semi-final, 16-13. Munster may feel they're due a victory at Scotstoun. Ospreys with a converting try have gone ahead against Edinburgh. Ali Price, Glasgow's front is steady.
And Owens, and you're going nowhere, Owens.
Glasgow bursting through. This is terrific play from Glasgow. What a sidestep. Can they get the offload? That's what they were looking for. Tremendous play, Greg. Now it comes out wide. Price will go to the base. This one was swallowed up. Price trying to drive in. There's red jerseys in the way, all the way. It's going to be a penalty. Gordon Rees says, I'll have that. Tries to play it on, and the penalty will come. Pretty deliberate, standing in the offside position.
What a break from Nick Grigg, though. God, he wears his centre of gravity around his bootlaces, this boy. Tremendous inside break. Look, he's powerful, isn't he? Gets away, looks for the support, and Seymour backs himself round the back of Andrew Conway. And then Munster infringe on the wide outside channel. Thought there could potentially be a card on back of that penalty, because certainly Munster got in, stopped the possession of this ball. Here it was here.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, a couple of players have got their arms up, but 15. They know where they are. They know exactly what they're doing. Glasgow, the player down at the moment.
I appreciate you did everything you could to get out of that way, and there's no willful intent in it. I would suggest next time you either stay down, don't risk getting in the way, because it may be dealt with differently.
Glasgow are going to have to make a change. That's Peter Horn. I think he has gone over on the ankle. So Rory Clegg, maybe the man to come on, but out comes the cart. It's not quite golf buggy style.
No, but just looking at that close-in shot there of Peter Horn, he knows he's done something bad with his ankle. Let me see if it's can we get to this shot here? No, it's happened beforehand.
Well, he's down, and in comes Rory Clegg. But yeah, I'm with you. I think he just seemed to twist the ankle round, and he knows he's done for the day. Hopefully not much worse than that.
Yeah, the difficult one is it broken or is it ankle ligaments? You hope it's just ankle ligaments, because then you're talking a few weeks rather than some major work there. But he'll be disappointed, because when he's not had much chance in the autumn internationals. He wanted his full 80. We might see it at this point here. Looks so innocuous, doesn't it? It looks, it's there, it's in that contact.
Yeah, it's collapsing onto him.
Yeah.
Now you would think if somebody's been collapsed onto it, it's probably ligaments rather than anything else. He's trying to get himself up, so he's moving. So it will be the change. I mentioned Rory Clegg will come on off the bench for the fourth time this season. Well, the medical staff are always good, just making sure that everything's okay. Best possible treatment. And he is stepping inside one way then the other, just watching the foot going around, and it bangs down. And it was his own man who fell over his leg. So Peter Horn's nights last less than 22 minutes.
That's quite a blow for Glasgow. A good playmaker. He's got a good substitute on Rory Clegg. But unfortunately for Horn, that's his night over.
So 108th appearance for the Warriors. And a little wave to the crowd. We'll get you an update as soon as we can. It's always hard to then focus again on the play. So these players will have to do. Well taken by Glasgow. And they'll try and drive.
Hands away, red ball is there, away.
The ball is presented.
Let the ball come, go back. Ball is available. Let the ball come, ball is available. Ews, lads.
Glasgow are taking their time. They're going to have to watch. The referee wants it used. Picked up by Strauss. Nowhere to go. Driven back by Klein. Gordon Reid being asked to get out the way as Glasgow will take the drive through Fraser Brown, the hooker. Now they drive in again. Ali Price. Tim Swinson in there. Josh Strauss being held up. It's good play from Munster. Glasgow trying to make the hard yards. Niall Scannell came close to putting his hands on the ball there. Now it comes out. Glasgow trying to drive through the middle again. Once more. Again, there's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, watch the first red jersey. He comes flying off his mark. Ali Price had to suck there, but flying up on the outside channel was John Ryan. And this is obviously a defensive tactic that Munster are using.
Well, that time it was Billy Holland off the shoulder very quickly. And that's always the danger, that the ball will just spring out. Munster have it. It's good scavenging play. Niall Scannell, 24-year-old. And now Munster will try and exit. Comes back to Ian Keatley. Maybe Clegg tried to charge him down. Out it goes, and Glasgow do well just to hold on there.
Yeah, for me, if there is a symptom of the game where Munster are absolutely excelling, it's in those defensive chores. We've seen it in the wide open play where the line speed is so good, but it's the first man that comes up, but they're doing it collectively, not individually, and that's squeezing the space for Glasgow. Really difficult to break down, because you either go back in the pocket and have a little kick, or you have to have Ali Price going around the edges, or it's a collective drive with 1, 2, 3 bodies at a time. So a tough defence for Glasgow to break down.
And we're falling further behind against the Ospreys. That's a good rescue by Rob Harley. Up very quickly, Rory Scannell on the tackle. That red line, the second the ball is moved, but acceleration is exceptional. Nowhere to go for Rory Clegg that time. Ali Price trying to organise the line. Inside it comes. Ryan Wilson, that's high. The referee was on the wrong side. In fact, he has spotted it. Just wonder if he didn't get sight, but it was spotted. Jack O'Donoghue. And Glasgow will come back for a high tackle.
Here's Ryan Wilson taking on. There's the high tackle, that loose arm.
The referee's going to take a timeout, because I think he had a wee look at the screen just to see the replay, and he might want to have another look at it as well.
Timeout.
Because not only was it high, Scott, he doesn't let go particularly quickly. Yep, there's a second movement.
Second man in. Yeah, also second man in. Dave Kilcoyne using his arm and shoulder.
Go back. No. I've had a couple of penalties here now, okay? If I have another one that I think is willful, then somebody's going to be going, okay? So you have a word, and I won't restart. There's nothing else to talk about. Go and have a word, and I'll restart.
Yeah, the red penalty count is just creeping up a little bit more. So Peter O'Mahony, he was told to go back and talk to his team. He's just walked towards the touchline.
That's interesting. Not often you see a captain will just ignore the referee completely, and I'll tell you what, if he gets binned in a moment or two, you wouldn't feel sorry for him. Al Kellogg in the picture there. He visited Stornoway Rugby Club. I'll find out all about the challenges. Join us at halftime for that.
Scotland Rugby International winger in front of him as well, Derek Stark, spotted waving at the cameras. That's worth a fine.
You've got to show restraint.
Number, give me the number. Okay.
Glasgow have the advantage, and the referee. Now there is going to be a problem here, and there is a yellow card coming.
Side and taking the lifter, number 1.
So off is going Dave Kilcoyne. He was warned.
Taking the lifter.
Taking the lifter, and there's a yellow card.
Yeah, he went in early, didn't he? One thing about Nigel Owens is there's kind of the decision is instantaneous. They knew exactly they've been giving away too many penalties. He warned the Munster captain, and Kilcoyne heads to the naughty boys chair.
Well, we did say that there was no warning passed on by the captain. So Glasgow, who all too often this season have played with 14, are up against 14. And now they're going to try and go forward. Fraser Brown at the back. You see the hands of Jean Klein coming over. Klein came through the middle. And you can see Price saying to his pack, you've got to come back and rescue this. Glasgow trying to drive in there. Scrum down. Well, Jean Klein came in through the middle, the former Stormers and Western Province player. Just playing for the 5th time for Munster. But he swum his way forward and looked at the referees if say, I'm okay.
Yeah, he got the thumbs up, didn't he? Play on, said Nigel Owens, but poor execution from Glasgow. You're a man up there with that drive. You've got to be solid and tight. You've got to protect. That's what you work on the back pitches all week. And to deliver an accuracy like that, well, it's the stuff that you tear your hair out as a coach, don't you?
Of course, they've got to make a change because they don't have a prop. So, Tommy Dutoit is coming on. And Tommy O'Donnell is temporarily off.
Go the lads, please. Number 4.
Just the second appearance for Dutoit. Another South African. Taking the lifter all the way through. With Kilcoyne.
Shoulders out, please.
Very experienced player, 17 caps now for Ireland.
Keep the same standards as the guy before you. This stays up. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
Well, Williams is again taking it to the very limit as Glasgow drive on, but it's picked up on the back and away from Jack O'Donoghue. This is good from Scannell, driving forward. That's how to get yourself out of trouble. Williams sends it out wide. That went backwards off Keatley. Keatley through the hands of Holland. Conway, good strong run out of 15. Williams away quickly through the hands of Keatley. That comes on to John Ryan with a headband. Keatley will go for the kick. That's one for these players to run on to. Comes off the shoulder of Rory Hughes. And the advantage is Conway plays it forward. Clips back in, that's Sweetenham. Couldn't have fallen any sweeter. Remember, Glasgow are against 14 players, but they're playing with 14. There's a man down for Glasgow as the Warriors get the advantage and almost throw it away. They'll come back for the penalty, I would suspect. Nope, the referee decides play can continue. Glasgow cleaned up the act there. Ali Price drops it back quickly through the hands of Gordon Reid. Out it comes wide. Rory Hughes. You need a bulldozer sometimes to take him down. Munster had one in the shape of John Ryan. Slightly high again in the challenge, but it was up just below the shoulder.
It was 9. Last man play.
Simpson trying to drive through. Price looking at the blind side, goes for the little chip kick, and then Keatley is standing underneath it. Keatley gathers, good acceleration.
Release, tackle, release. Stay out.
Wow, Rory Hughes, who came in, didn't make the challenge. If he had done, he was doing serious damage. Chris Fasaro was on the right side, he was involved in the tackling, got up, played the ball. Oh, not afraid to kick short. And that's taken that time pretty well. Well played, Ali Price, Scotland international player. Fishy with the pass, not bad. Here comes Murchie. Murchie gets it on to Strauss. Strauss drops the ball out. Clegg watches as the little ball tried to be played over the top. Just didn't quite work. As in came Tommy Seymour. Almost worked here for Glasgow.
Lovely little wraparound pass there. Space was on the outside. I just wonder if this pass just coming up now should have been delivered. I think that's a 2-and-1. You've got to put your outside man away. I know these decisions have got to be made instantaneously.
That was Mark Bennett had the ball in his hands. It was Seymour who was outside him. You couldn't really have asked for much better than
Seymour
that.
should have been absolutely screaming for that ball. Just a misjudgment there, I think, between the centre and his winger.
Fraser Brown. Glasgow get disrupted. Duncan Williams takes it. Fires it on to Jean Klein. Coming through there, Jack O'Donoghue.
Lost now. Away.
They're in very, very quickly. Munster pressed so far. Keatley was taken late, and then Peter O'Mahony decided to come into Fusaro. Glasgow again don't take the high ball particularly well. We'll see with the assistant referee if he's spotted anything in the exchange. They're in touch, so they'll come back for the penalty advantage. Glasgow are very uncomfortable under the high ball.
Yeah, it's not been pretty, has it, the first half hour or so. Keatley is Fusaro. He's allowed to challenge him.
Couldn't get out of the way, to be fair.
But a couple of occasions, Paul, Glasgow have had their opportunities in the driving line out here. The other scrum, it was Nick Grigg who missed the tackle that allowed Munster to break out. And it's just the little errors that have crept into Glasgow's performance. They're not a million miles away from getting it right. You just sense that if they delivered that 2-on-1 there between Bennett and Seymour, maybe a try was coming. The other drive into the corner.
Time on.
And they've not conceded any points with that man in the sin bin.
Indeed, Munster could go into credit with Ian Keatley's kick. As well wide, didn't really get a good strike on that at all. And Glasgow get away with that. With Kilcoyne waiting to come back on. One side on the picture there, you saw Tommy O'Donnell. He's off while the replacement prop, Thomas Dutoit, is on. Glasgow go for length.
Let him go.
Ian Keatley. Again, they're very deliberate, trying to give the chance for a contested ball.
Play on. Back off red. Back off red. Play on.
Came off Conway.
Back off red.
Nick Grigg being driven forward. Glasgow getting better there.
That's a left move. Left.
Fraser Brown going in. Scannell was slow to get away. Rob Harley. He's heading the other side, like just to try and hold players up. Price. Clegg. Murchie. Well tackled. Glasgow have to get in there and support. He has to release that. He has done. Ali Price. Seymour. Not really the kind of pass a winger likes. Price almost had to double clutch there, and that allowed the Munster team to get back. Strauss and within 5 points of the Ospreys. 17-12. It's a good kick. It's to bounce kindly. It doesn't quite do so.
Back red. Stay where you are.
Keatley sends it down. Murchie waits, and there's room to run. He's running across, trying to see if he can puncture the red line. Price, that was a little high. It's a horrible pass. And the knock-on is given. Ball was in there simply too long.
And Andrew Conway right up there. And it's indicative of where that defensive comes from. The line speed once again. It was a bit loopy, the pass. But again, it had been read by Andrew Conway, because the mindset of this Munster team is that they do fly up. And Glasgow are going to have to look at ways of combating that in the second half.
It's not the kind of pass you want, is it? You know what's coming.
We've got this brilliant view up here in the commentary box, and you can just see it coming an absolute mile off.
Just wonder if that giving you flashbacks.
Well, there's a few sore ones in the locker, I can tell you that.
Glasgow, if they went at half time, trailing by 7, happy is not quite the word.
Standing up on the pitch.
But they wouldn't be too disappointed, because they've not performed as they would have liked.
No, but that, we've got Gregor Townsend and Matt Taylor sitting alongside us here. They're nonplussed actually. They're not been doing an awful lot of shouting, but it needs fix. it's a machine that needs a little bit of oil for Glasgow, and you sense just that accuracy. Not quite happened tonight.
Erasmus will certainly be the happier.
Boys, you kind of
Munster only one loss in the last 7 Pro 12 back in the hands of Leinster. Glasgow, 28 tries in 9 Pro 12 games, which is one of the last 2.
Tidy up your feet a little bit, okay? Yeah, a bit quicker.
Looks like it's going to be another half without a try.
And you ought to see on the other
They
side.
can get some possession.
I want it credible, so tidy it up.
The Twitter feed, Paul's been a bit quiet tonight, so we need a few viewers to come back in.
Get in touch on Twitter, Scott Hastings at Scott Hastings 13 at PWM Comms. Use the hashtag BBC Alba.
Fine.
Get any questions,
Set.
thoughts or comments. And if you're on Twitter, please do get in
Better
touch.
stay in the meter, if you want to stay there.
Williams. Keatley. He's back, well aware of his situation. Turns, looks up.
Stay blue.
Sends it long.
Okay.
It was well taken.
Back red.
Scannell. Again, the kicking is very deliberate. They're wanting the contest and crossing. And the penalty goes against Glasgow. Well, it was well taken. Valley Price. Seymour came across. And Munster, well, they could kick. It's probably at the very edge of the range. Or they might just go and plop this in the corner.
Seymour's allowed to run a line, you know, and well, of course he's going to run that deliberate line, and Nigel Owens has certainly picked him up on that.
So Keatley missed his last kick as a chance here. Getting ready to return. Dave Kilcline. Ospreys 24, Edinburgh 12, 36 points down there already. Didn't look like he got that away cleanly, but it was enough.
Good nudge, great nudge from Keatley. Munster are taking their chances, you must say, because their try came from an advantage. Penalty was coming, and Keatley absolutely nailed the kick on the far side to put Andrew Conway in for a try.
Also number 7 has come back onto the field, Tommy McDonald, to replace number 17, Thomas Hickok.
So Munster
Lost now.
are back to full strength. Archie takes.
Back. Hughes.
All the way through for Fraser Brown. So these Scottish caps now.
Move, Red, move.
Big. Into touch it goes. Seymour up very quickly to make sure there was no early throw. Glasgow need to try and do something, Scott, to disrupt this line out.
Yeah, tremendous kick by Rory Clegg, isn't it? It threaded it through, put plenty of weight in it, got the rolling bounce. Now it's up to the forwards to put the squeeze play on this line out throw from Niall Scannell.
Glasgow tried to disrupt. Williams plays it back. Keatley
Stay red, stay
gets
red.
it away.
Okay.
And Glasgow won't have a chance to get that in quickly. Still, a couple of minutes to play in the half.
Yeah, good line out from the Munster team. It was good pressure as well from Rob Harley, but when you get the execution right, delivery right, it means that Munster could clear the lines. They're confident, aren't they? They're accurate. That's what they're doing today. And they've looked more comfortable. With ball in air, Munster have looked more comfortable both in receipt of the ball being kicked, but also in delivering the ball and chasing.
Bob Harley near the back alley. Price has dropped it. Turnover. Munster have it. Glasgow then knock the ball out the hands of the scrum half.
On, Blues,
So
scrum
they'll
down.
take the first offence. Ali Price looks to the heavens. That's routine for a scrum half, but he was already looking at the standoff rather than collecting the pass.
Yeah, I think there'll be many a scrum half watching on who will sympathise with the young Ali Price. They've all done it, and they'll all learn from it.
I found all the best rugby players have played scrum half at some point in their time.
Well, that's your position, obviously. Because of your height more than anything, Paul.
Tied it up a bit.
Absolutely.
Stand in the middle. I have asked you now because if you get free kick this time, it'll be your fault and nobody else's. Yes.
One of Sila Puafisi's enjoyed his week, of course, being part of that Tongan team that beat Italy in the week before Italy beat South Africa. So the Tier 2 nation giving a little bit of a cold to the Italians.
And a few of the Italians, they must have celebrated that victory against South Africa for a good few days. They'll be disappointed they couldn't follow it up. But the Tongans did well. Final action of the half. Glasgow may well be going in at the break, 10 points down. Keatley with a little chip kick. Murchie looks for it. Awkward one, but he collected it well. Keatley on the tackle. Glasgow trying to find a way through. Pizarro on the far side.
Time is yours.
Price back inside. Battering forward, it's Tim Swinson. Gordon Reid watching. Glasgow have got the penalty. Puafisi. Ali Price. Josh Strauss trying to find a way through. Glasgow still holding the advantage.
Last play.
Rory Hughes. Puafisi. There's nobody there, so Puafisi could have played that quicker. Glasgow trying to find a way through. Better hands. Just holding on, mind.
But again, look how solid the Munster defence is. They've set the pattern in this game. And every time they're meeting Glasgow on that attack line.
No advantage coming.
No advantage, so they will come back for the penalty. He played it a long time, the referee. And Glasgow
This last play.
have to make a decision. They'll take the scrum.
Scrum call.
Try and win good scrummage ball. Well, it's been a frustrating half for the Glasgow Warriors.
Yeah, you play your strike move off this one, Paul. You've got to score from it. And when you have a strike runner down the right wing, like Tommy Seymour, you'd kind of think they're going to come down on this blind side, but again, just looking at Murchie's position behind this back of the scrum, I wonder if he'll be involved in this move. But I'd just love to see Rory Cleggett fly up. Just give give Seymour a run and just have a go.
Keep it up.
Good clean ball is what they need first of all from Glasgow. Price breaks one way, ball breaks the other. Clegg. Oh, it's great play! Glasgow moving through. Bennett trying to find a way through. Pass inside. Glasgow have taken. Still with Glasgow. The advantage goes to red. There was a knock on from Glasgow. It's frustrating. And that will be it for the first half. He flew forward, Mark Bennett. Just found the gap. Nailed it here perfectly. But just couldn't get away. And the little pass inside was deflected away. And then Glasgow knocked on. Well, it almost worked. Craig just couldn't hold on to the ball. And Glasgow guddled it. Well, it's not gone the way Glasgow wanted it to go. Very impressed with Munster, though. Certainly the way they've defended. Join Scott Hastings and myself, Paul Mitchell, on the red button for full live second half commentary. Glasgow are trailing. This is the reason why, in terms of the try. Sweden knocked it back, and Andrew Conway was in very quickly and sharply. That's the only try of the match so far. Glasgow trail at home by 13 points to 3. Like school choir entertained us at half-time. Some great singing voices in there. Munster are back on the field. We await Glasgow Warriors. And the slogan, whatever it takes. Well, it's going to take a few tries that's for sure. Scott Hastings alongside me. How about this, Scott? Glasgow Warriors have won the last 18 Pro 12 games in which they've scored more than 20 points. Can they reach 20 points tonight?
Well, on that first half performance, no. And a few people have tweeted in, Mark Cant, for example, another disappointing half from Glasgow, in need of a powerful 40 minutes to help restore confidence and title aspirations. And I would agree with that. Also, Stephen Williams tweeted in to say missing the spark from Russell and Hogg and the Gray brothers grunt. So, yeah, perhaps a little bit more grunt, a little more craft from this Glasgow team, but certainly it's just been disjointed, their accuracy, and they're going to have to come out and take the game and secure the ball and really get into this Munster team. I think the next score is absolutely crucial.
Donica Ryan is off the bench, the Irish international player. 43 caps for his country now. And it's Glasgow. Send it long, an important 40 minutes for Glasgow. Williams sends the ball away. And the ball is out of play. Do get in touch with us on Twitter if you have it. It's at Scott Hastings 13 and at PWM Comms. The official timekeeper is having a little fun with the clock alongside me.
Keep the space, please.
It's now working. So match clock on the far side and ticking over. It's about 20 seconds behind. First line out the second half disrupted and well won by Munster. Glasgow have had problems with the line out in the first half. That continues into the second. Williams, Keatley, they've liked this little clip kick. Glasgow though, pick it up this time. Great play, it's on to Rory Hughes. Wilson, Price springs himself back up. That's a great spin back up by Price. Good little break too. There's Ryan Wilson. Puafisi. Glasgow trying to find a way through this red line. Clegg. On for the injured Horn. Glasgow quick to the ball. Peter Murchie is there. Gordon Reid. Glasgow trying to make a statement at the start of the second half.
Good man, he's gone. Good.
Price again. Clegg tries to find the gap. Sucking defenders in if Glasgow can get quick ball. There's Murchie dropped by Seymour. And that's how you take all the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, absolutely, and symptomatic of the crucial mistakes that have crept into this Glasgow. First of all, the line out from Fraser Brown lost at the throw-in, and then suddenly a lack of concentration from Seymour on the attack there. But yet again, you can see that red Munster line of defence. They fly up, they're putting real pressure. Now as a player, you have to manipulate those players, and that's maybe a wee dink kick, as we saw Ian Keatley do, just test the defence, and Ali Price covered that one really, really well. But this is a fascinating game where Glasgow are going to have to go up quickly in this Pro 12 league if they're going to be a top 4 team.
Well, the line-out's been a problem. The scrum has been a little bit stronger. Duncan Williams, experienced scrum half, 30-year-old, 116th cap for Munster tonight. Ali Price is not happy again.
Stay there.
Ball is not clean. Williams may have knocked that on. He did so.
The scrum was not 90. The scrum was going across.
Well, maybe the virus that Glasgow have got has been given to the Munster team there. They've made a mistake.
Scrum certainly don't like to do that, knocking on at the base of their own scrum. Just trying to get the ball away, just a little guddle of it. So Glasgow.
Sorry, Paul. Glasgow maybe missing their X-Factor stars in terms of the likes of Stuart Hogg and Finn Russell, but so have Munster. Simon Zebo, Keith Earls, for example, CG Stander not involved, and responsibility then on the players to come in, that they rise to these standards that these players have set.
The 3 players you mentioned, they're great players to watch. Wilson at the base, on to Price. Glasgow through Greg and Bennett, try and knock the ball off. Clegg with a little pass inside. Rory Hughes was dispossessed. And the referee,
Stay where you are, stay where you are.
Well,
Stay where you are, stay where you are.
he sees the injury. I think that's Rory Hughes. Yeah, I think he certainly saw the problem. And it is the knee, and Nigel Owens spotted it really quickly. Credit here to the referee. Oh yeah, you can see the leg bent underneath him. And credit to the referee, very quickly brought things to a close. And Munster realised as well, Duncan Williams stepped off the play here. Just gets caught in between. There was nothing really that Scannell could do, he was just in on the tackle. And Glasgow are going to lose Rory Hughes, you suspect.
He's fairly heavily strapped on that leg as well, but he got himself into a nasty position.
Oh, the medical staff will come on again. Of course, they've already lost Peter Horn, and about to lose Rory Hughes to Lee Jones, the winger. We'll get ready to come on. He's just taking the bib off down below us.
Yeah, we don't stop. No problem, Ryan. No, they're not. If they're lying there, I will be. Always lying there.
So, just coming on is Lee Jones. He'll get himself warmed up.
Number 23, Lee Jones.
So Lee Jones coming off the bench for the third time this season. 4 Scottish caps. So the chance to come on and try and make a difference. And they'll take the time with Rory Hughes, and quite right too.
I don't like this pitch. No give, is that?
Well, here Nigel Owens just conversing in the background that he doesn't like the pitch. I don't feel there's enough give in it.
Another wee look at this attack here from this scrum. I felt that Glasgow should have actually attacked the wide channel. Now, they called for the inside pass on Rory Hughes, but the space was actually on the outside. And I think, unfortunately for Hughes, he's really copped a bad one there, hasn't he, on his leg. But the space was definitely on this outside. There was a 2-on-1, and an opportunity missed. I'm afraid for Glasgow, they're not reading the defensive alignment of the Munster team. And as a player, you must be aware of what's in front of you and play what's in front of you. That was a preset move that was called, but for me, it was attacking the outside channel was the better option on that occasion.
You've got to get away, because if you don't, you're going to get penalised.
So Rory Hughes even comes the most disappointing of ends. I'm just going to make sure. But it didn't look good at all. Just the way the knee twisted. You see the swelling. And sympathetic applause from another large crowd here at Scotstoun. Rory Hughes, couple of tries against Treviso back at the start of October. And that is his work for the night over.
Same standards in his scrums and as these.
He's the second Glasgow Warrior player to leave on the stretcher.
Time on.
Glasgow trailing by 10 points.
Set. Keep it up. Hold it there. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up. Get those elbows up. Hughes.
Price has got the ball. Wilson. Rory Clegg sends it out wide. Lee Jones, first action into Conway. Glasgow have kept it in. Pisano at the base. Just starting to make a little bit of ground when they're running at the red line. It's up quickly. There's another drop. Kuafisi that time. Advantage the way the men from Munster. Back by Lorna Ryan. Lee Jones going for the run. He's Sprinkle to support him too. He's going to get it from Swinson.
Move, Red.
Fraser Brown. Price. Clegg. Glasgow just too slow off the pass that time from Murchie. You have to come back onto this near side, trying to find a way through. Not like Mark Bennett. Price plays the ball back. Now they'll go for the kick Should be an easy one for Conway to take. He checks.
Stay red, stay where you are, red, don't move.
And he sends it across the
Hold on.
ground.
Come back, Black.
It's a long way to try and make up. And Conway, his legs kick away. And that could go all the way behind, and it will. And Glasgow will be happy at that.
22.
Well, it came. Well, one or two of the Glasgow players are saying that it should actually go all the way back. Yeah, and it has to come all the way back.
Come back.
Take the scrum back. Ball kick dead.
That's a law I actually don't like. I think that's negative play. I know it's using the laws, but it's a kick that's not going out, but the player deliberately steps out of play. It's just my own personal viewpoint on that. And I know it's a modern trend within the game that I will accept.
Well, the difference.
And it's Glasgow Warriors' benefit.
Well, you're talking, what, 50 metres difference?
Well, more than that.
You've got to take it.
Come on, get your
Yeah.
measuring stick out, Paul. There's the 10-yard line. That's over the 10-yard line.
Right,
But a great attacking scrum now for Glasgow. So let's forget that one. Let's go into the game. Sorry, just tweeted in fuddy-duddy.
There's the rest of it.
Now, can Glasgow see if they can retain the possession, have a strike move?
Set.
We've seen a couple of times Greg breaking that defensive line.
Ball out very quickly. Clegg gets it out. Here's Bennett. Bennett trying to go for the gap. He's got support with Murchie. Price. No way through. Clegg. Strauss passed it off his man. Puafisi goes back. Actually may have gone in advance of the ball. It's advantage red anyway. Again, Glasgow turned the ball over. And the thing is, it's not Munster working hard for the turnover either.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Driving in there is John Ryan. 3. Again, Andrew Conway up involved in the attack. Williams inside. Donica Ryan upended. Williams through to Keatley.
Move, Black.
Glasgow trying to find a way to turn it over. Again, David Kilcoyne does enough. And now the kick. It's taken a great Munster bounce. Pins Glasgow into the corner. That's a better kick for the Munster man.
Yeah, tremendous kick to give them territory. Here's the turnover there. Now, we know that that Munster have been flying up in those outside channels, and yet Glasgow are still giving passes like this. And now Munster, the return is bang, suddenly 10 yards from Glasgow's line. But somehow the Glasgow players aren't reading the game, because Munster all day long have been flying up in the outside channels to force the errors like that. And somehow they've got to unlock and understand that there's perhaps a wider pass. When the wider passes come at times, Paul, it's been too high, which allows us then the outside channel defence to come up and take man and ball.
Brian Wilson just getting some treatment. He's going to be okay. Glasgow currently in a team meeting. The lineup has not been good. And they're going to have to decide how they're going to throw this one at Fraser Brown.
And John Beattie also tweeting in, our BBC colleague, suggesting that there's lots of players in at the breakdown and they're reading the attack so well.
The ball comes in there, mate, okay?
Looks as though he's got a nice, he's taking a picture of a nice glass of milk there alongside his remote control. There's a whiskey alongside there as well.
The bit we can't see. Good to have John's company. Good to have your company here tonight on BBC Alaba as Glasgow try and find a way past Munster.
Go back. Okay. Steady the feet.
John Ryan trying to pull around. Trying to come through the middle again.
He's reached over, he's fine, he's reached over.
It's Williams, the scrum half. Edinburgh in trouble. Then against the Ospreys, down by 16 points. Glasgow are going to have to try and find a way to get this ball out. Although they are still moving forward.
We need to get it away, we need to get it away.
In goes Josh Strauss. Oh, it breaks. Glasgow still have it. And there's plenty of beef going into that. There's the ball. Oh, we knew there was one somewhere. Glasgow set up. Ali Price at the base, goes for the box kick. Lee Jones chasing after it. That was poorly read that time by Darren Sweetman. That was dropped, but it went backwards. Conway's in trouble and caught. Oh, he's slow to release as well.
Control was lost.
Control lost, scrum down. Now you might not be able to see it from the TV pictures because we're watching from Pacific angle, but there is some great accidental offsides getting in the way going on, and Peter O'Mahony's a master of being in the right place.
Streetwise rugby, Paul, that's what it is, and Munster have been famed for it for many, many years, but you just saw that suddenly when Glasgow did put Sweetman under pressure there, suddenly the crowd in around Scotland get behind their team. If they could get a try back in there, it's game on. If Munster score next, then you kind of feel as though Glasgow are almost stretching at straws, clutching at straws, I should say.
That's Erasmus watching on. He'll be happy. He's just always got that nervous look about him, but Munster certainly been in control for large portions of the game.
Well then, lads, please.
You see Ian Keatley there. He's calling on.
Time will come on when I call the crowd.
Keatley, just 4 Irish caps. Such a talented fly half to.
Glasgow 2-1 7th, boys.
So Glasgow are going to make some changes. 16 and 17 come on. So that's Corey Flint, Alex Allen. So Fraser Brown goes off, so too does Gordon Reid.
Well, on the 50-minute mark to get that, it's 30 minutes under your belt. That's what you want, is that substitute, so you can have an influence on the game. So Corey Flynn, of course, all black hooker along with Alex Allen.
Stay to the left of it, okay?
Can they impose themselves on this Munster pack? Thanks for the put in at this scrum.
Gordon Reid's given away his 9th start for the Warriors this season. That's the most alongside Swinson and Wilson. Swinson and Wilson still on the field.
Keep it up, lads. We need to Owens. You're going nowhere, Owens. You're going nowhere, Ryan Owens.
Ryan Wilson told to use it, does so. And Glasgow trying to find a way through. Price. Back inside, it comes quickly. Again, some good tackling going on. Tommy O'Donnell. Ali Price. First involvement for Alex Allen. Murchie. Puafisi. Lovely little pass. Comes out wide. It was taken in the air though. It was hard for Bennett. Did really well to leave the ball behind. But the referee decided that there was a knock on. Puafisi involved. Pass from Greg. Just left it in behind.
An upward pass from centre to centre. Slightly better though from Glasgow. You saw the change in angles of attack, just trying to do something differently. They've got to keep on working at it.
There's your mark, boys.
You might unlock this Munster defence yet. It's been a closely fought contest. It hasn't been pretty, but the game's still there to be won.
Excellent, lads. Just keep it up, please, and start in the strong.
So Corey Flynn, Alex Allen, Sarah Puafisi now the Glasgow front row.
Crouch.
Corey Flynn making his 6th appearance for Glasgow.
Set. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Scrum clean for Munster. Williams to Keatley. Out wide it goes on to Scannell. Scannell on to Conway. Little chip on the far side. Ronan O'Mahony. The referee decided to have gone forward.
Well, a rare passing error here from the men in red and Andrew Conway. That right to left pass, not
forward from the hands, boys.
hitting its man on the far outside, Ronan O'Mahony. So what can Greg maybe do in the centre for Glasgow? He's a strong, powerful runner. Cole's gone out there. Archie and Jones on this far side. So you like to fancy a move involving the midfield. There they are, the 3-point pivot. And Clegg, Grigg and Bennett.
I'm going to give you the thumbs up then. A little bit quicker in, okay?
I also feel as if Glasgow just got a little bit more tempo in the game, they could get the
bit,
crowd
okay?
behind them. And but they need that ball. They need secure ball.
Boys. Okay. Crouch.
Charlie Price.
Bind.
Played against
Set.
Georgia
Keep it up. Keep those elbows
last
up.
weekend.
Last,
Has to put the ball in quickly. Obliges.
Ball back. Pull back. There you are. Release, Red.
Well, Scannell
You put him there. Play on.
seemed to come through, but Glasgow had put him there according to the referee.
He's moving him. We play that.
It's very tight there for Alex Allen. Glasgow have got to try and stretch this Munster defence. The problem is when they've tried to do so, they've not held on to the ball. Look at that, they're hunting again up so quickly. Taken on by Wilson. It's been smuggled away by Munster. Glasgow are trying to fight to get it back. And that's just being held out there by Jack O'Donoghue in his Irish debut against Canada in the Autumn Internationals.
Hughes. Take him back. Winners on.
Well, Glasgow with plenty of possession. Not really much to show for it. Here comes Murchie. But again runs into 4 red jerseys. Glasgow into contact again. Well, that is the up and under. Glasgow trying to get in there. And again, just look at the way Ronan O'Mahony knew where his opponent was, got in the way and made sure there could be no contest.
Yeah, well, Tommy Seymour ran the line and got penalised, and Sweetman didn't on that occasion. You're allowed to run the line.
Ball comes across. Murchie. That was hard for Jones. It was almost a standing start. Takes on Conway.
That's fine. Through the wide gate.
It's getting attritional now. Glasgow trying to drive in.
Release, tackle.
Scannell didn't want to get out of the way there. But by the time the ball's in Alex Allen's hands, he's on the deck.
Again, just another example. Jack O'Toole just flying into the tackle to put Glasgow under pressure.
Tote's been very impressive in his tackling. It was a hard one for Barley to take, but he took it well.
Hughes. Go. Back. Hughes now.
Ali Price sends it high. Taken by Darren Sweetman.
Hands away. Back.
Williams. Quick hands. Conway. Glasgow played him. And tell you what, Ali Price went high in there to Jacques O'Toole that time, just made sure that he wasn't going to let the player escape past him. Andrew Conway's taken a sore one, but he's in touch.
Yeah, Lee Jones got one there on our cameraman on the side here. Let's have a wee look here. Watch Lee Jones here. Oh, he just missed him out of shot.
No, he was very...
Another cameraman doing very well to get out of the way. Nearly 57 minutes gone, Scott. I think the biggest compliment we can play Glasgow at the moment is they're still in the game. And that, you know, it's not been pretty, but they're still there.
Yeah, absolutely. And they just need to get a little bit more territory again. And the Munster have, well, they've played well, haven't they? They've made life difficult. Martin Murray tweeted in, Warriors have to read the play, not the pre-match script, so it's not working. It's just going through the same moves. Somebody suggesting John Beattie, it's that picture of John Beattie on Twitter is not actually a glass of milk, it's a candle. So I need to put some glasses on.
I would advise drinking that. So Langi Apiki out, comes on. So he's introduced to the action. Of course, got the red card a couple of games ago, and then that was rescinded. Let's just see his distinctive.
he may just be the man to break that Munster red line of defence, but we'll need to get the ball to him first of all.
Munster have it at the back. Niall Scannell is in a splinter off. He's trying to hold on.
Play on. No obvious.
He did very well to stay with his pack there. Glasgow, Rob Parley trying to come through, but it was taken in and it didn't come out. And Glasgow give Munster a taste of their own medicine there.
Yeah, Alex Allen looks on. Yeah, it was me. I managed to get the ball on that occasion.
When the last come down, black ball.
Well, the European Cup game was won by Munster comfortably earlier in this season. The last season, 2 games, both decided by 3 points and 2 points respectively. It's always pretty close. But at the moment, Munster with a 10-point advantage. And we've praised the Munster defence. They've lost fewer than 17 points in 6 of their 8 Pro 12 games this season. They are hard to score on. Munster got 25 past them.
Set. Keep it up, elbows up.
Price, Clegg, Bennett. Oh, that was a good take. Murchie into the line.
Back.
Ryan Wilson.
Move, Red.
Robin Copeland wears 20. Told to stay out the way. Clegg. Laid back by Corey Flint. Take it on Murchie. Murchie couldn't get the pass away. Lee Jones went in advance of him. Puafisi knocked down by Billy Holland. Glasgow try and get things moving now. There could be a chance from the standing start. Hard for Seymour. Apikia.
Not held, play.
Play. Glasgow trying to move things quickly. Lee Jones, it was a rotten pass. It was straight to his feet. And Mark Bennett had sent it to him.
Stay out, Red.
Glasgow did well to hold on. Wilson. You can see the Glasgow pack are just getting slower and slower to get back to the ball. Puafisi in his races run.
Lost now, Red. Hands out,
shattered.
hands out. One hand just touching it. Play on.
Lang Hippicare is in there.
Move. Stay.
Clegg. Good kick. Into the corner it goes. Just over the 22.
Yeah, glimpses of Glasgow just beginning to make improvement. A couple of sloppy passes.
Munster 3.
Criticism on the centre. Mark Bennett. His passing has not been as accurate tonight as it normally is.
So changes as number 18's come on. That's Stephen Archer for Munster. He's on for John Ryan and Darcy Ray for Puafisi, who once he was knocked to the ground was struggling to get back up. He's giving it all he could. It's just been such a hard night if you're the runner. He's getting that little short pass. He's been hit by not one, not two, but usually 3 players, and that takes its toll. Glasgow disrupt the line out that time. Ali Price on the attack, still going. Ali Price has gone under the post. It needed a moment of magic. It's got a moment of magic. Ali Price for Glasgow.
Well, that was priceless from Price, wasn't it? And what the atmosphere is, it's as though somebody put a switch on. What a cracking try. He hit the angle, he put some pace in it. I talked about the confidence an international cap gives you. He got it last week, and look at the delight on his face there. Is that the spark that Glasgow need to go on to win the game?
Told you all the best players play scrum half. Rory Clegg sends it over. Game on at Scotstoun.
Well, we talked about the next score being absolutely crucial, and Price, he has this in his armoury. He's a tremendous breaker, and eventually he finds the holes in this Munster defence, but it was the squeeze ball on the Munster throw-in.
Brilliantly done. Individual try in a team sport. And now the crowd have switched off the mute button. Different complexion to the match now. Glasgow have to be careful here. No silly penalties or anything like that. I think just getting himself back on side before coming in.
Taken back.
He's taken back in. Oh, there's the touchdown, and Glasgow will get the touchdown.
22.
Well, I mentioned that Glasgow couldn't afford to make mistakes. They nearly made one there.
Oh, this is the good work undone by Clegg. Great chase and follow-up. Murphy was back to deny Duncan Williams. He did well to follow that one up.
Go, please, carry on, please.
A player from each side is
carry on.
Coming down. Nigel Owens said basically you've got to get on with it. He's going to let Duncan Williams get back. The train going past in the background, the driver reading the horn. He obviously was watching BBC Alba on a wee screen somewhere, but Glasgow just got a try. Probably safer if he's listening to our colleagues on BBC Radio Scotland. Sweetman took it in. Copeland is alongside him. Through the hands of Holland. Not seen too much of Ronald O'Mahony. Sends it forward. Murchie tries to spot the black, but there isn't one.
Hold on.
Easily taken by Keatley. Good take, Seymour. Glasgow. Springing the step now, Clegg. It's on to Nick Grigg. Strongly into contact. Ali Price. Alex Allen. Coming across, there's a clean out being attempted by Kilcoyne. Little box kick, and Rob Harley is the man who's asked to chase. Should be a fairly straightforward take, and was. Harley has to make that tackle, cannot let Sweetnam get away. Glasgow competing well here. The ball is on the side of Munster.
That ball is available, be quiet.
Strong referee. Williams. A little box kick. Taken by Clegg cleanly. Needs the help of his teammates now.
Back.
That's good from Jones. Jones was then taken off the ball. Ali Price has been knocked over. And referee has to make a call here.
Hey, I'm not stopping nobody counter-rucking, lads. It's all part of the game. Unplayable, nobody at fault. Scrum down, new possession, new ball. But I think it's about time for time-out as well, please.
Referee may call the captains. Please. He will call the captains over.
What I have at the moment, what's happening in this game, and it's totally unacceptable, is people calling for infringements, and also people looking for penalties in the contact area by holding people in or pulling people down the wrong side and expecting them to be penalised. If I see that as a willful act of trying to get a penalty, I would have no hesitation in penalising it or putting somebody off for 10 minutes. It's not good enough for this game. Is that clear? Is that fair enough? I think it is. We're going to have a word with both sides. It ends now. Time is out.
Well, we've got a tweet in here from Darren Fisher talking about why don't we penalise players intentionally pinning players down at the ruck, not allowing them to roll away, may speed up play.
Which is absolutely what Nigel Owens was saying. So, well spotted, Darren. That's quite right too. There's been a lot of little things off the ball, hasn't there? That the subtle angles of running at the lines when a kick goes up, the holding in their players, but Munster are crafty players. They're streetwise, they do a lot of this, and that's the effective game plan that they bring, and sometimes you have to match that, and that's why it sometimes gets a little bit scrappy. Glasgow don't have to panic. I just think that they've got a chance to take this game. It's all about what position they put themselves in to create that winning position.
The guy who was on before, he was excellent.
Just what a prop wants to hear from a referee. The guy on before you was excellent. No pressure. No pressure.
Bind. Set.
Thomas is on.
Keep it up, keep it up.
21 scrum half, making his debut. New Zealand.
They're going nowhere,
Well, they're going nowhere. Got to use it. As the referee makes it clear. Jones into contact. Ali Price. Clegg.
Sirac, reload.
Price. Simpson driving in.
No.
Coming through is Copeland. Toto, hold back. Apike.
Release.
He's not releasing the ball, and he just pushes it back. Clegg inside. Grigg. Murchie in the line. Keatley thrown away by Bennett. Had to spin there. Price to get on his preferred side. Good take from Conway. He was under pressure, kept his eye on the ball. Toma being told to use it. One hand gather and then closed down. It was very casual. It was charged down, therefore it can be played, and it was played. Jack O'Donoghue.
Stay back. Charge down. Play on. Stay.
Got a bit more height on that one from the scrum half. What wasn't going to get it charged down? Murchie takes, comes to ground well. Lee Jones helps him on. Glasgow come again. Alex Allen with a headband. Clegg. Oh, it just comes past Bennett. It's actually well taken in the end by Seymour. Seymour, a hard man to put down. Glasgow for all the possession, get a little chance here. That's Darcy Ray. Going to say they've not had too many long runs. They get one there. Comes out onto Murchie. Murchie immediately taken by Sweetenham.
Release.
These are some of the hardest yards they'll ever get in a rugby field. Everyone coming at a price. Ryan Wilson looks for support, gets it, brilliant hands from Price. Murchie driven down and backwards, presents the ball, disrupted by Copeland fairly, says the referee, and that's good play from Copeland. Toma sends the ball away. The scrum half is down and hurt. Clegg goes back to gather. Oh, that's poor. Seemed to come off the inside, almost the ankle. Here's Conway. Conway knocked by Clegg. They have no scrum half, Munster. Toma is down. It's a wee bit of a clatter. Billy Holland playing scrum half. Well, Parley, 4 for Glasgow, goes in.
Ruck.
Now they'll go for a little kick, but it's read by Murchie. Murchie will get away from Conway. Conway did well just to hold on to his ankle. Thomas still down, so it's still 14 for Munster.
Hughes 9. Hughes, please.
Ali Price saying to Rob Harley, I want you in there, just to guard. Chasing on, Lee Jones chasing. Well taken that time by Darren Sweetenham. Up to halfway. It's actually kicked a little bit forward there by Munster, but they've got it. Glasgow up quickly now. Well, if you like your tackles, this is the match for you.
Pull it over, play on.
Get a room, guys, come on. Murchie goes in. There's more off the ball action. Murchie gets it off to Jones. Play splintering, which is to Glasgow's advantage, because it's knocking this red line into a zigzag. Just a little bit slow. Seymour gets the ball out. Bennett, he's got pace to burn. Bennett has a man inside him. He may go himself. Bennett all the way. Brilliant try. What a score from Mark Bennett. What a score from Glasgow Warriors, and they have turned this round in some style.
Oh, what a score by Bennett. He backed himself, didn't he? Superb play, Lee Jones deep in there. 22. Bryce was instrumental. Look at the offload here from Seymour. He escaped the tackle of Jacko Tote, and Bennett, well, Bryce was on the inside, the show and go. And the silver medalist, GB7 star, shows why he plays sevens of rugby and why he's got some great pace.
What a pass from Seymour. Great awareness from Bennett. Knew where he was going. And that is superb.
And what a change of fortune in this Glasgow team. A bit of magic brilliance from Ali Price to get the first try. No panic in Glasgow, the way they've set about changing their tactic, changing their style. But it has been noticeable, Paul. And then suddenly they get the one opportunity. The outside defence flew out. Jacko Tote, they create the extra man, and Bennett absolutely nails one.
Tote has been fantastic in his tackling. This is a big kick, just to take it past the penalty margin. You can hear the groans. Didn't work that time, but Glasgow have the lead with 9 minutes to play. And this try, I think, of absolute beauty from a Glasgow perspective. Look at the offload, and then the man was off. And Keatley had no answer.
Okay.
Glasgow with 10 second half points. It's a good kick, good clearance kick. Well, I mentioned at the start of the second half, Glasgow Warriors have won the last 18 Pro 12 games where they've scored more than 20 points. The last loss came at the hands of Munster, October 2015, 23-21 in Munster.
Well, they put themselves in a position with 8 minutes to go to win the game. Can they polish it off now? Suddenly a game that was so much out of their hands is now in their hands.
And that's the second line-out they've disrupted in a row. Now Scannell with a throw. So Mark Bennett scoring his third try of the domestic season. Lee Jones tried to go up for it. It's another super take. And Sweetman getting enveloped.
Tackle, release, tackle, back.
Thomas, Scannell, Keatley. On to the other Scannell. Scannell inside to Conway. Just knocked by Greg. Referee saying play on. Looked like a knock on. Now there is an offence. Well, Dan Bigger was trying to communicate that time with the referee.
Stay out.
Thomas.
Okay, advantage over from the knock on by Black.
So Glasgow did knock on. A PK again. Really extend the arms greatly with that tackle. Rob Harley missing a tackle. You don't see that too often. Darcy Ray. Ian Keatley trying to play through. Murchie for Glasgow. Tries to spot where the gap is, but he sent it straight to Andrew Conway.
Let him go! Let him go!
Conway, it's a competitive one. Good take by Ali Price.
Back, stay back.
It's a fascinating game of rugby. It came off the knee.
Off the knee, no knock on.
Actually did very well to Swinson. Realised he wasn't going to catch it.
Stay out.
Glasgow in the black and blue. He will be black and blue in the morning.
Stay.
Oh, how about that? He'll get a job in the NFL catching a ball like that. Brilliant play from Dan Sweenham. Beg your pardon, Darren Sweeten.
Move!
Toma, Keatley. Tilt. Toma. Little gap for Keatley to try and exploit.
Release now!
And Munster realised that penalty kicked would be enough to put them in the lead. Glasgow's discipline has to be strong. Toma, little clip ball up. Glasgow felt they turned it over, but they haven't done so. Nice strength again from Glasgow. Picking in there. The ball is there. You could see Alex Allen fighting for it.
Don't leave him!
Toma. That's Scannell with a little kick through. Glasgow have to try and take it. And they have taken it, but they've got to release quickly. There's nobody there for the Warriors.
Stay out! No, it's a contest.
Edinburgh are fighting back.
Ew, stay back!
Down in Wales. Swansea, what they're losing. Ali Price took it upon himself to put the ball into play.
Well, I thought Seymour was taken out there when he tracked back on that ball. Previous misdemeanour. What a catch, wasn't it, by Darren Sweeten. Plucked that one from there. Pressure on Glasgow though.
Go, lad.
Because Munster are going to throw everything at this one.
Try your comms out, Dan, as you work in. Yeah, I can't hear you.
7,351.
Call it to me. Keep your hand on it firmly.
Great crowd. Being treated to 2 fine Glasgow tries in the second half. Munster going for their 4th straight Pro 12 win. Glasgow, well, just really falling off the pace in the last couple of weeks. The loss at Scarlets, the loss against Ospreys.
That was Red, taken down by Red, replay. Red again.
At the back comes Donnacha Ryan.
Stay out.
Te Atoma. Copeland stands to the side, then goes in, driving in. Toma again. Comes across onto Stephen Archer.
Move away,
Archer. Irish international prop.
Too slow.
Toma. Glasgow are going to be penalised. They're going to go for the drop goal. And the drop goal goes through. Ian Keatley.
On the kick-off, there'll be 3 minutes.
Well, Keatley's dropped back in the pocket. Advantage was being played. Cool head from the Munster fly half. 3 minutes on the clock. Glasgow are going to have to respond. Just rolling away out of shot there was Alex Allen. He wasn't quick enough. There was going to be a penalty coming. He lay there just for that instantaneous second. He didn't move straight away.
I'll see Keatley's last action of the game. Dan Goggin now in at fly half. Reece Marshall in at hooker. Miles Scannell is the man who's off.
Tremendous clearance from Munster there. They've released a lot of territory. And Munster head coach, as the Erasmus looks on,
Please, number 7.
always conscious of the clock here.
Another change for Glasgow.
Munster,
Rob
will you get on the line,
McAlpine.
please?
Chris Rosario is off.
Time when the ball comes in, base, okay?
No problem.
Oh, this is the drop goal. That's how to do it. Stroke right between the uprights. And very few drop goals in this fixture, but that could be enough to see Munster through. Glasgow. Clean from the throw. Now trying to push.
Away! 16 through the middle is fine. Next stoppage you use.
That's a real battle
Ball
now.
is there.
Cody Flynn at the back. Apikio, the American international player, lays it back for Price. Alex Allen. Scannell slow to move away. It went backwards.
Went behind him, play.
Now needs to lay the ball off onto Tim Swinson.
Hands away!
Glasgow need to get further forward to try and break the line. Grigg. Glasgow over halfway temporarily. To try and break this red line.
Still got a minute and a half.
Again, quite slow. Swanson had nowhere to go. Glasgow have to keep it in hand. Can't afford a kick through.
Release! Stay your feet.
Discipline important for Munster now.
Yeah, normal service on the Munster defensive alignment.
Ball is out, boys, yeah.
Ball is out. Glasgow have to get there.
1 minute.
Very slow to move away, Billy Holland, but he got there. Alex Allen. There's always two players coming in, one low, one high. Nick Grigg.
Vantage red, knock on.
Glasgow have knocked it on, and that will be enough for Munster.
Lost on Glasgow.
Munster will take the scrum, and then will engineer a way out of this game.
Yeah, Paul, it wasn't pretty in the first half, and it was interesting because there was a game still there to be won, and Glasgow Warriors got back in, they scored the 2 tries, it was a winning game for them, but let things slip because they lost that possession and territory. Cruel luck because they got back into the game. Ali Price, the man of the match, who sparked the revival. It's been a brave performance, but that was a scalp ready to take there and then. The conversion wasn't successful, and these fine margins in this Guinness Pro 12 have come back to haunt this Irish team with a sweetly struck drop goal from Ian Keatley.
Glasgow will take a losing bonus point.
Time will come on when the ball comes in. I don't think
20 seconds to play.
And we keep the standards on this last scrum as well.
Well, it's been tight, 31 points in the match.
You've been excellent, so keep the standards.
Munster's last win in Glasgow, October 2013, by 13 points to 6. Glasgow are going to go down. That's another defeat for Glasgow in the Pro 12, you fear.
Bind! Set! Hold! Hold it there! Hold!
After 9 games this season, won 5.
10, 9,
lost 4, same as
8,
last season.
7,
But this is going to be another defeat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is
Munster
yours.
know it's hit 80, and all they need to do is put this ball out of play. That's where it's going. It's knocked out by Tommy O'Donnell. It is over at Scotstoun. Glasgow, they have won the try battle by 2-1. But the kicks and principally the drop goal from Ian Keatley with just 3 minutes remaining is enough to see Munster past Glasgow this evening. Ali Price for a wonderful solo try brought the Warriors back into the match, but Munster's fine defence really had the stranglehold on Glasgow for most of the evening. Andrew Conway, the sole try scorer for Munster tonight, but they've enjoyed their travels. It's a 4th straight win in the Pro 12 for the league leaders. It's their 8th and 10 this season. Glasgow now will have played 10, won 5, lost 5. There's Robert Copeland leading the congratulations, Rob Hartley. The disappointment. There were just so many tackles in that match. Glasgow twice managed to find a way through, but it was hard fought, and in the end it was hard lines for Glasgow, who were perhaps made to pay for their first half performance, which just wasn't good enough. Munster closing in on 200 Pro 12 wins. That's the 197th. Glasgow are at a crossroads in their season, because both these sides go on to European action. There'll be league action again for Glasgow on Boxing Day, where they travel along the M8 to face Edinburgh, and that's not going to be easy either. It'll be another must-win for Glasgow. Munster have been strong this evening, no wonder they're smiling. Andrew Conway, the full-back, in a terrific match. But it's disappointment in the end for Glasgow. And Ian Keatley leads his side through and will applaud Glasgow off the field of play. Well, Glasgow Warriors run of 3 straight wins at home in the league against Munster. It's come to a close. That is the Munster men